Evening, people. Frankfurt 1, Liverpool 5. We decided to score some goals tonight. And kid me not, the moment that first goal went in, you all thought, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go again. Here we go again. You tell me you thought that. Tell me you thought that. But you know what? We decided, look, oh, you know, what the hell, man? Look at this dog. Are you a dog? Are you a dog?
Oh, sorry.
Put yourself on mute, man. Bloody. Anyway, welcome, people. Welcome. You know what? I can't be mean to him. The guy's just logged on from work. But it's me, it's Avi, it's Ben. It's a confidence boost. That's what I would call tonight. If I
Asim, life without the king. Life without the king is glorious. Let me tell you that. The reign is done. After 8 years, the reign is over. Hold that bench now.
The king is
Muhammad,
dead. Long live
Muhammad,
the king.
My Muhammad, hold that bench for now. Hold the bench for now.
You know what? I'm not getting excited. I think Frankfurt should be in Division 5. They're not a Champions League team. They're absolute trash. But, Ben, there's a lot of confidence to be taken out because there's 3-4 performances. I don't think, again, we can't get excited about, but things needed to change. And there were some really good performances tonight, especially from the likes of Curtis, Szoboszlai, Ekitike. I thought Robertson was really good as well. But for me, just like Usman says, Brentford is the bigger test. This was always going to be, even though we went 1-0 down, if we lost to these lot tonight, Ben, just give up, just cancel the season altogether. But we have to get some goals in. We have to get our confidence in. And for me, it's a small step in the right direction.
Burn them all. I think the comments were after that first goal went in. Burn them all and fold the club. I heard somebody right.
Who said that?
I do believe him. I think it was Ash, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, hell, I know Bonfire Night is coming up, but come on.
Burn them all and fold the club, I think I read. And I was like, oh my word, there's not a chance that I'm coming on that podcast tonight if we lose this. No chance whatsoever. So, but thankfully, the Reds did us the courtesy of putting those yard dogs to the sword, which was great to see. And you know, you're right, they were crap, Frankfurt. But I thought as the more we scored, the better we got. Which obviously their heads go a little bit, but at the same time, I thought the confidence booster was there, and you could see from all the players, like a pass that normally they wouldn't even think about, they were making because the confidence was flowing. And you know what? You can't ask much more. 4 defeats in a row. To come to a European away in the Champions League, none of them are easy. You know, we found that out with Galatasaray, how difficult that was. So yeah, you know what? You take that all day long, and it's a great confidence booster for Saturday.
Avi, do you want to start with the king?
No.
No, because no. You made a comment about the king. I go, okay. If you want to talk about life after the king, we can talk. Well, we can talk in general, Avi. It was big news at the start. Whether he's rested, whether he's dropped, whether it was always premeditated or pre-planned, I should say, that he was going to what do you call it? Be on the bench tonight, but. Changes needed to be made. Liverpool Twitter for the next when the team came out, the whole Liverpool Twitter started picking the team, how we're going to line up in on and off the ball, and I was guessing as well. But I thought Liverpool looked good, whichever shape they were playing in, first half, second half, and it was good to see some solidity in the midfield, especially when it came to Dominic Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones.
Yeah, Asim, just on that fact, like, you know, this was like a German 5th division team and whatnot. I thought, look, it's the old saying is you can only beat what's in front of you. They are a Champions League team. They were a very good team last season. You look at the likes of Nathaniel Brown, you know, the Turkish guy that came on, who's a starlet who shouldn't start it, to be honest. Ekitike was from there last season. So Frankfurt on they're they're not there just to make. Well, they might be there to make up the numbers this season, but they're a good outfit. We've seen them score loads of goals and being an exciting team already this season. You know, I think they had a 6-4 scoreline just a week ago and whatnot. But today we did the basics well. Kept the ball. I thought Jones was he needed to come in. He needed to come in to keep the ball, to just keep the game ticking over, keep possession, even the simplest of passes that we've been lacking in the last few weeks. You know, Jones, Wirtz, even Szoboszlai. I thought the trio played. I thought they did very well, and we'll come onto the system as well because there were slight adjustments made, which I'll definitely come to you, Asim, because you thought you called it spot on. To be honest, and when it comes to the tactical side of things, you do call it spot on. So fair dues to you. I thought Frimpong, there was suspicion that maybe Szoboszlai will be the right back and Frimpong would be further up, but he wasn't. Frimpong did relatively well up until his injury. Looks as if it's another hammy. So definitely need to address that. But all in all, not in isolation, but it was a much needed boost. I thought there was a lot of fluidity, especially with the front three. Isak, Ekitike, can they play together? We saw Isak should have got one. He took the first one really well. And then, the keeper did rush out and did very well to cover the space. But I thought Isak could have got grabbed one. But Hugo Ekitike, je ne sais quoi pourquoi. Asim, when you've got
man. Isak felt his groin, apparently.
Is that what they're saying? Okay.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
But it could be a blessing in disguise too, Asim. We've got an able, I wouldn't even call him a deputy anymore. We've got a first choice striker in Hugo Ekitike,
of course.
who's on top of the world, who's scoring and grasping every opportunity he gets. And for me, he's undroppable. He is undroppable. He was undroppable 3 weeks ago. I get it, the whole getting Isak up to tune and getting up to training, and now he's had a kind of a relatively he's had a pre-season with us during the season. But Ekitike, he's undroppable. Apart away from that, I thought Arne deserves a bit of credit. He dropped McAllister. He dropped the king, Mohamed Salah. And that wouldn't have gone down too well, especially with the king. We know he's thrown strops before, especially with Jurgen when he's been on the bench and he's had to come on and he proves himself. The Rangers game comes to mind at 7-1 when he scores a hat trick. He didn't really celebrate it really. It was like, don't drop me. I want to play every single game, and we get that. But Arne made some big calls, and I must respect him for that. And he definitely deserves praise for that too.
Ben,
doesn't have to worry about dropping him because he's injured.
Ben, I want to talk to you about Isak and Ekitike. I tweeted about Ekitike that I didn't think he was this good. I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch a lot of him. I watched one full game when he played against Tottenham. He scored that great goal coming from the left-hand side, even though he did start on down the centre against Tottenham in that Europa League tie. But he's surprised me. I didn't think he was this quick. And the presence, the aura, and the mentality. And he was giving shit from me about getting sent off against Southampton and taking his shirt off. It wasn't the time. It wasn't the place. But putting the ban to a side, the reason why he was doing that, it was telling everyone, like, I'm here as well. And you might have spent £125 million on Alexander Isak, but I'm still good enough. And it wasn't just at that moment. He rejected Newcastle. He rejected Man United with the knowledge that Liverpool are still and will be bringing in Alexander Isak. A lot of strikers would have taken the easy option and said, you know what, I'm not going to Liverpool as good as they are, as big as they are, and be sat on the bench. He said, I'm good enough to come and compete. And right now, this lad, this kid, is undroppable, Ben. That's how good he's.
Yeah, and I think he won't have to be worried about being dropped now because the news has just come out that Isak's done his groin. So, he'll be starting on Saturday and he'll be starting most games now. But then I think that'll probably suit him because he looks fit, he looks hungry, he looks energetic. He's quick on the turn. He runs the channels. He's got great hold-up play. I've been really impressed with him. He's probably been our standout signing so far this summer, and he's going to get a chance to have a run in the team now, which is great to see. If Isak's issue is anything serious, then it'll probably be we won't see him until after the next international break, which is a real shame. But you know what? As I say, if Ekitike is fit and fresh, then we'll use him and start him and play him. And yeah, he's been superb, really superb. I've been the same as yourself. I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought he was, he's going to be a good player, but you can clearly see that he's a very, very exciting talent, and long may it continue. That goal tonight, I think I'd say it's a bit of an easy goal, should we say? But so many times players go clean through and the keeper saves it, or you just put it wide or whatever, and he just picked his spot and he just looks really good, and he's getting better and better.
Yeah, 100%. I think
the French are known. They've always been known, even on a personal level. They've always known to have a bit of arrogance about them.
Yeah.
Confidence back them. I mean, it is a beautiful language too, the French language, but they've always had this sort of persona. You look at past footballers like the Platinis, the Zidanes, they always believed that they were the greatest ever. You look at someone like Kylian Mbappe, and that French squad right now, I know in previous years you've had the Pogbas and everything, and they've won World Cups and whatnot, but Ekitike epitomizes that, Asim. He epitomizes that thing. He may have not had that at PSG, but I think after the breakout season last year at Frankfurt, he's come to Liverpool. And I think that celebration against Southampton, I understood it. I understood why. Because the talk had been Isak this, Isak that. Every Liverpool fan wanted Isak first. We didn't want Ekitike to be first choice. We all want Isak. And I know he was on a yellow, and that celebration was of course it was stupid. But that celebration, there was a meaning behind it. It's like, listen, I'm going to be the main man here. I don't care what you guys believe, but I have enough ability and talent in myself to be the main man and to contend and contest with Isak for that front top position.
Abi, the more I watch Ekitike, the more he impresses us all. Is he a hybrid between Benzema and Henry? Benzema comes, he's that touch, connecting play, pass it around the corner for your runner, and then he's got the frame, the pace. He obviously doesn't have, those, the way Henry used to open his body and stuff. But the guy, look, I'm not saying he's a Henry, but it's just that profile where we've got a guy who's got pace. But boy, in terms of his connecting play and his technical level, is unbelievable.
I think I think you're spot on. I think the hybrid between a Benzema and Henry, and obviously those two, they were worth their weight in gold, and we've seen the careers that they've had. One of them still having in Benzema, but I think that's spot on. Asim, one thing that has surprised me though, and maybe I didn't watch. I know for a fact I didn't watch enough Frankfurt games. Is his pace to get away. Not just the pace, but the acceleration. I saw it against Atletico Bilbao where he was on the left-hand side and he had that Torres-like acceleration. Torres was quick, but he had that extra elevation to go quicker. Ekitike has that. And if you have that, you can be so deceptive and defenders don't know whether you're coming or going. And Ekitike's, I think, greatest trait right now is that deceptiveness of pace and the finishing. I mean, the finish today, we've seen Darwin Núñez on numerous occasions. I don't want to go back as well because, Darwin Núñez was a title winner, League Cup winner. He done his bit here at Liverpool. We've seen previous strikers go one-on-one and completely fluff their lines. But Hugo Ekitike, the way he took it down, the way Robert played that ball and the way he just ran onto it, it was a cool, calm finish. But yeah, I totally agree with that comparison, the Benzema-Henry hybrid. So I think it's spot on.
Ben, I want to talk to you about our midfield. Slot made some comments earlier prior to the game about Szoboszlai and Jones have to be, I don't know exactly what he said. I think he said they need to be a bit more secure and
defensively rigid, defensively secure, something like that.
Yeah, defensively or have more defensive responsibilities. And I thought they exactly showed that. They provided the protection for the back three at the behind them. They allowed Frimpong, who started, and then obviously Bradley came on because Frimpong had to go off. I thought they were brilliant. And the fact that Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones, they just read the situation, not just on the pitch, but the whole situation around the club. And Liverpool just needed to gain control of things. And then if it doesn't happen, fine. But we need to make sure we go back to the basics. And that basic of the principle of having that protection. McAllister, Gravenberch last season, McAllister, Soboslai last season, many times. We built all our game on good positional principles, and I think we moved away slightly from that this season with giving for Gravenberch a bit more freedom. There's a fine line between too much fluidity and then it just being looking too open and just taking too many chances. But I thought them two as a pair were brilliant because they provided everything in that midfield.
Yeah, absolutely. First 20 minutes, they got in each other's way a little bit. You know, they were almost falling over each other for their first goal, and it just looked like the fluency wasn't quite there. But then once we equalised and they relaxed a little bit, they played off each other really well. And Curtis Jones is a really interesting one. I said that at the show earlier on the week that you know, for me, he's not a starter, and I still don't think he is a starter when everybody's there, but he has got that performance in him, and that was, for me, is near enough as good a 90 minutes as you've seen from Curtis Jones all round. You know, his passing was good, his tenacity was there, second half, the confidence was flowing, he done that absolutely sensational dummy where he just sold the player and just done a lovely 1-2 inside. You know, he's got a through ball in him. He can attack the ball. He's very, very composed on the touchline. You know, he's got everything. He's a really, really solid player. My only problem with Jones is his consistency. Like, I wouldn't be guaranteeing that that's what the performance he'll be putting in on Saturday, because he will be starting on Saturday. There's no doubt about that now. And it's just whether or not he can put a string of performances together, because that's what real quality is: consistency in your level. So, you know, not just like an 8 out of 10 tonight and then a 5 out of 10 on Saturday. You know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10s would be absolutely fine for this team at the moment. And Szoboszlai, very similar in some ways to his style. He runs and runs until the cows come home, and his confidence was flowing again tonight. He was dropping the shoulder a little bit, took his goal really well. You know, superb in general, and I think he looks really comfortable in that midfield. And it was almost like, I want to play here, please, slot. I don't want to play at right back, so I'll show you what I can do, sort of thing. So I'd be starting the both of them again on Saturday without a doubt. Really confidence boosting, impressive show for the two of them.
And Avi, look, I've always been, you know how much of a fan I've been of Dominic Szoboszlai, even when he was getting absolute shite from Liverpool fans. You have to admit, last season, even when we were winning, they wanted a Florian Wirtz in the number 10, but we have to strike a balance. And look how many fans are now missing the likes of Luis Diaz, especially away from home in really difficult games.
Scored a cracker, by the way, tonight. A cracker.
Okay. You keep an eye out on Diaz, don't you?
Oh, he's my boy from Fort. Come on.
But look, I'm happy for him. He's doing well, honestly. At the end of the day, the deal made sense for Liverpool in a financial sense, and he wanted to stay.
He was all for us, didn't he? He gave us all for us, didn't he?
Avi thought he's about 33 instead of 28, but it's all right. He's gone now, and we wish
I'll
him
call
well.
you 30 minutes.
You got time?
Yeah, you know when you
got
talk
to press the mute button, Abby. What a hero.
Sorry, one of my work colleagues,
Jones played really well tonight.
He wants to play ping pong. I said, give me 30 minutes. Sorry, Szoboszlai. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Avi, what do you think of Szoboszlai?
Abby, what a player.
Szoboszlai, yes. And look, I said to him, I said to you guys in my first 11 on today, I wouldn't want Szoboszlai. He started to see, and this is a far cry from the player that I was expecting. When I saw him at Leipzig, when I saw him at Salzburg before then, he was a creative player. Is one black boy from Connecting Four. The player that he's become through Klopp and now through Arne Slot. And last season, he had a very good season. He had a very good start to Klopp's final season as well. He had a very good start to the season. Yes, he waned because of the legs and because of the energy and the intensity of the Premier League. This season, he has started like a man possessed. Whether Trent's gone or whether he just wants to be, he's a leader for Hungary that he's had to step up. We're losing key figures in the team. He's on a mission. Asim. He plays like a player who's constantly a man on a mission. You just hope that we can curb that energy for the latter part of the season, because his legs, his energy, his tenacity, his quality now on the ball is something that we can't not have towards the back end of the season, the last 2-3 months when it's nitty gritty and we're going toe to toe with the Arsenals, the Man Cities, or in the back end of the Champions League in the quarter semis. So it's very important that we keep Szoboszlai in the team. He's important, but he will need rest as well. As him, he will need throughout the season. He will need a few games where we don't play him in the League Cups, we don't play him in the FA Cup. We give him a rest in the Champions League if we can, if we've already qualified and whatnot. But yes, a very integral part of the team. Will we see him? Will we see something similar on Saturday? Because Grav hopefully should be back. It'll be interesting to see which way slot turns.
Ben, would you? I want to talk about a bit more about today, but would you stick with that? Would you stick with what you saw today, or can we just say, look, things needed to change? Some players needed to just sit it out. But do you see him picking Salah at the weekend against Brentford?
100%. He'll start Salah on Saturday night, especially now Isak's out.
I guess Isak. But do you think we could see the same system?
Interesting. I think if you look at the system, it's probably going to be, the obvious one will be Bradley. He'll probably come in to start for Frimpong, who I doubt he'll be, he's not going to be fit for Saturday either. If it's a hamstring, he's obviously got a couple of issues, which is such a shame because, he's came like fresh as a daisy, not had hardly any injuries at all for Leverkusen, and he's done his hamstring in 6 weeks.
Ben, twice. Just to cut you off, I think, and Slot's hand has been sort of, what did they say when Slot's hand has been, there's a quote, isn't it? Forced. I think Sober goes right back. Grab comes in.
Possibly. That's how you get Gravenberch back in the team. But I think Salah will definitely come back in for Isak. It's just about, for me, as long as Ekitike stays in the team, as long as Vert stays in the team, and we get that consistency going, Jones and Szoboszlai deserve to start again on Saturday. But again, obviously, if Gravenberch's fit, then you're going to play him, aren't you? So you probably would look to move Szoboszlai to right back. But I don't know whether or not, I thought Bradley done really well again when he come on. People giving him absolute pelters and stuff in the WhatsApp groups, but I don't think he really put a foot wrong. Should have scored twice himself. He knitted the play together, defended well, looked good on the ball. I know it's obviously difficult to sort of make a perfect judgment because, as we said, they weren't no great shakes. But you have to give him credit. He didn't really do anything wrong. So I'd like to see him. He hasn't had a run of games either, to be honest. So it's like some of these lads need to be playing week in, week out and get a little bit of form and a bit of rhythm. So yeah, I'd like to see. It is a difficult one. If Gravenberch is fit, then you probably do play him. But yeah, you'd probably argue that nobody really deserved. I don't know. Would he consider? It means if he put Gravenberch in there as well with Szoboszlai and Jones, then he would and kept Bradley in. Then he'd have to drop Gakpo and play Salah and Ekitike up top together.
As one thing that Mac has lost his ability in, yes, he hasn't got the legs, he hasn't got that speed. Curtis Jones has got that little bit of acceleration. He's got the legs, he's got the height, the stature. But one thing that's McAllister has lost, which is one of his key traits in the previous seasons, is making yourself open, create those angles for a pass. Even if we know Kanate is not a good carrier of the ball. Jones was everywhere today. He was connecting the triangles. He was available to every single player, whether it was shifting to the right, shifting to the left. He wasn't stagnated in one position. With McAllister this season, it just seems as if he's running with like lead on his boots. He's just sort of plodded along. Whereas Jones, he's not a busy bee by any stretch of the imagination, but he's just made himself available.
He looks mobile, doesn't he?
For that really short 5-yard pass, 6-yard pass, that 3-yard pass.
But then, ironically, McAllister still shows his quality. Like that volleyed pass that he played out to Salah in the second half, I think it was, or to Wirtz maybe. That was pure quality. And he obviously, and he was running around like a mad hatter when he came on. So I don't know, maybe it was a good thing for some of these sort of established players to just get a bit of a kick up the backside to say you're not just going to get picked week in, week out. And maybe it was a case of just breaking some of the meritocracy and giving a few of the lads, like again, Chiesa, when he come on, he obviously didn't get his goal, but his pressing was superb. He was all over the place, done really, really well, right up until the end. So, it's what's called. It's really positive. It's really positive, and it's nice decisions to make. But if we can, I would definitely consider 2 up top on Saturday, and that allows us to get 4 in midfield of Gravenberch, Jones, Szoboszlai, and Wirtz.
So you want to drop Gakpo?
Gakpo, yeah. I wonder whether or not, just for the balance, that's worth a consideration. Didn't think Gakpo was poor tonight. He was fine, and he obviously gives you that balance on the left.
Ben,
but if we're going to go with 2 through the middle, then maybe
Ben, Cody Gakpo is going to play a pivotal part in our Champions League success this season. He may not win the European Cup on the final, but he'll be very, very important in our run. Cody Gakpo, he produces assists. He scored again today, got an assist. What's that now? 6-7 for the season. GA. He's one of the whether you like it or not. You might.
Yeah, no, he scored last 2 games, hasn't he?
He might not put the 90-minute performances, but he's putting the numbers up. Another 25. GA
Ironically, didn't score tonight. Actually,
who didn't? Who didn't score?
Gakpo.
He did score.
I think benefit is Wirtz squared into it.
Ben's be on the
Oh, of course. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Flipping out. We scored that many goals. I can't even remember.
Again,
yeah, of course he did. Yeah, it was a lovely assist from Wirtz as well. Lovely assist. Great for him.
If he gives me another 25 GA Asim, I'm a happy man.
I just can't get my head around why Mo didn't square that pass to him at the end. Oh man, that was such a lovely move, and it was just a simple one. But I think Salah's in his own head now. He's almost like, I'm the man, I'm the king, I'm the one who's got to do this for us, and he's almost like he's trying to take opportunities to show everybody that he's still a man. And he's frustrated with himself, and then by virtue of that, he's not laying on simple assists for other players. That's 2 now for Wirtz that he should have put on a plate. But yeah, it just shows you, doesn't it? Ego's a huge thing, even with the great players.
Ben, I want to ask you about Florian Wirtz. It was a bit of a surprise to me when I saw him on the right hand side, but effectively he was our number 10 on the ball. I know it was Frankfurt, but ultimately Slot knew that he might have to defend, but we should, in theory, have a lot of the ball. And what that means is he can occupy those places, go into little pockets, find the ball, be the Florian Wirtz that I know he can be. And but I thought he was really, really good. And before he got his first assist, I was wondering, like, when is someone going to take a chance when they were assisted or supplied by Florian Wirtz? But I'm happy he got the 2 assists tonight. But apart from that, I thought his overall performance was really, really good.
I'm telling you, I'm just loving people writing him off at the moment, because I've seen enough already to say that he is going to be a special player for us. Once they get the position right for him, and once he adjusts to the physicality, which may take a few months, which is fine, but once he gets adjusted to the physicality, he's going to be unbelievable for this team, without a shadow of a doubt. Like, I thought his performance tonight was just summed up by a little moment where, in the first half, he just pops it round and he was all over the pitch. And then when he's not got the ball, he's always running off his man. He's always pulling off into space, always looking for the ball. He's all over the place sometimes. But second half, he was playing even better. And again, just releasing the ball. But then once we got, I think it was the 3rd goal or 4th goal, and we completely relaxed. There was one time when he picked it up just on the left of the heart of the centre circle. And the ball that he'd been playing all game, where it was just a 5 to 10 yard layoff, he played a ball inside to the centre circle and just cut 3 players out cleanly. And it's a pass that he wouldn't have played in previous games, because it's tense, it's tight, he's not confident. But as soon as he got that assist, and as soon as he relaxed a little bit, you saw a glimpse of what he's really capable of. And I think a lot of pundits have been saying, a lot of German pundits have been saying, this is not the Florian Wirtz that we know. We've been saying he looks okay. He's just getting there. But a lot of players are saying this is not even close to what he's capable of. And as I said, that ball epitomised it in the second half. It didn't lead to anything, but it was just a snapshot of what he really is capable of when his confidence is flowing. And I'll be playing him week in, week out now until what's called, until he gets to his best form.
Best form.
I'm so sorry. You know what's going on?
It's all right, Abby. You just enjoy your lunch, mate.
So professional tonight. You're at work. Yeah, I know you're at work, but honestly, you're the boss. You're in your office, but क्या करना है तू? Playing Connect 4.
No, Asim, you know what it is?
You got a
That's
water
like-
bottle that
that's like-
says Cody
that-
as well.
That's not a connect. That's a tactical board to me to send over to Asim. You're going to be using this from now on. But
Tactical boards.
the team know when Liverpool play, I can't go to the cafe to get my lunch, so they're all giving me lunch one by one. So he just brought in a cream egg chocolate. There you go, Cadbury's cream egg. Everything's
Everything's is Easter.
everything's going on. So I'm sorry. Asim, I just do want to let's go into Salah.
Ooh.
He wasn't best pleased. He wasn't best pleased when he
I
came
thought-
on. We know.
What do you want? What do you want Salah to do? Like,
that.
come
No,
on and
can
smile.
Can I finish?
Of
He,
course.
he wasn't best
course
pleased
he can.
when he came on. He wasn't best pleased when
He
he
wasn't. He
when the
wasn't.
game finished. He apparently went straight down the tunnel, which is fine. I get it. But he also needs to understand he has been the mainstay. He's arguably the greatest ever Liverpool player this club has ever seen, witnessed, whether it's at Anfield or away from home. Salah has been a GOAT for the last 7-8 years. But even he must think a little bit as well that, look, this team it is going to transition without him. The future is, unfortunately, without him. Salah, I wish footballers could go on till 40, 45, 50, but they can't. You know, this could possibly be his last season. Slot held firm today, which I liked. I like Slot saying, listen, McAllister's dropped, Salah's dropped, but Salah really needs to lead a little bit by example, whether that's from the bench or whether he starts. He needs to recognize his own form. Great players recognize when they're out of form. He doesn't have to accept the decision of being dropped, but if he has been dropped, he could be an influential figure from the bench. You know, just even if it's a quick pep talk to one of the players coming on, he's seen as a leader. He needs to behave like a leader as well. And I'm not saying today that I saw anything bad or him going off the tunnel. I get it. But if he gets dropped for Saturday, this can't become a trend where you just see a smug face
Yeah,
and he just
yeah.
runs to the tunnel.
Yeah.
Today, I get it in isolation, but he's still
What was he
got a-
dropped? What was he dropped today though? Because he didn't start Galatasaray. I don't see today as him being dropped personally. I see Saturday. If he doesn't start Saturday, especially with Isak out,
Yeah.
then
Okay,
that's
okay,
a
Ben.
big
Okay.
statement.
Ben, here's a question for you then. Does he start on Saturday? Forget about the Isak thing. Should he start on Saturday?
100% he'll start on Saturday. Whether he
No.
should start is a
Yeah,
different question.
should he start? The question's to you.
No,
should
I
he
don't
start?
think he should. No, I don't think he should. No, but by virtue of the fact that for balance, he definitely will start, because if Isak's not fit, you know, he'll play Gakpo again, and then it's natural, isn't it? But I agree. I don't think he should start. If we have two strikers, i.e. Isak and Ekitike fit, then there is an argument to say you play two.
Yeah.
But
I don't think
it's
Isak's going to play
the
now.
shape, isn't it?
Judging by the manager's comments, Ben, Isak is out for a few weeks, I think.
Yeah, I think you might not see him until after the international break, because
Yeah.
groin is like, it's delicate, isn't it? You got to be careful.
And the thing is, he's had that it's probably the same groin that he's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
been troubled by at Newcastle.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was always groin with him, wasn't it?
I'd be half tempted now to look at the situation and say to Ekitike, you're our main man now until Salah goes to the AFCON at the beginning of December or middle of December. And then you prep Isak to be primed to come in when Salah goes to the AFCON.
Yeah.
And I think
What
that
I
might
would
be
say-
the best way.
What I would say is I'm not going to make a comment on Salah before I get it confirmed and I watch the footage myself. If he didn't clap the away end, then that's piss poor. It's piss
But
poor.
you've seen him done. You've seen him do
He
this.
did
before,
clap.
though.
I saw that. He did clap
West
the
Ham-
away and he just
West
got off
Ham
straight
away.
away.
So he
West
did clap
Ham
then.
away.
Yeah, but he did it. It wasn't like he went over. It was like he just put his hands up and walked straight off. He didn't stay with them. Or some. Not all the players stayed, to be honest. But it was like a gesture to the fans and then got off. But you know, he wasn't a happy bunny, was he? Because he's so used to being the main man. He has been for 7-8 years. It's an ego hit, isn't it? It's a massive ego
Salah
hit.
clapped the away fans. What's the problem?
Michael,
I know. It's because he
Passive
went down the
behaviour,
tunnel
so-
dead quick. I think that's what the
he
problem is.
rushed down the tunnel. That was the word that Lewis Steele, who's been on this channel as well, who's a friend of yours, he mentioned it in his tweet. But listen,
I think
A
sometimes.
lot of
Asim-
people are
Asim-
saying Salah clapped.
Asim, you're
Yeah,
getting
they
carried
are.
away
People
here.
are saying that.
I'm saying
No,
to you,
I'm not carrying away.
I'm saying to
carrying
you
away.
here, this is not a personal attack. Ain't no cha-cha first and foremost, yeah? For you to really protect him as much as you do. Can you protect me sometimes on Twitter when I'm getting abused, yeah? Listen, protect your own. Protect your own. You protect your own. Asim, my thing is, it's not about him being dropped or not. I want him to realize, and I hope he does realize, he can be he's still a massive part on the destiny of this club this season and where we finish up and which
Yeah,
trophy that we
100%.
collect. He needs to realize that, and he needs to realize he's a leader, whether he's on the pitch or he's speaking from the bench. He is a massive leader. The likes of the Rio Ngamuas, the likes of Federico Chiesas, they will be looking up to Salah if they sat alongside him on the bench. He can still be an influential figure from the bench, and he may need to hold that for a little while. If his form is going to continue this way and he still can't get into games, he may have to hold the bench longer than he anticipated this season.
There's just nobody else to come in ahead of him. That's the big problem.
You wouldn't start
You know,
Chiesa?
without Isaac.
You wouldn't start
On
Chiesa?
the right,
Yeah.
that's a big call. That I don't think he could. Well, I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe you can. But that is a real big call to start Chiesa. You know, he did give him 45 minutes tonight, which, as you say, is like a huge thing. So he was determined not to play Salah tonight. But to me, that's almost a case of because you know, you're coming back on Saturday. But
Abby, would you
yeah.
play Salah on Saturday?
Yeah, I would.
Yes.
Yes, I would. If
Why?
Isak was fit, no.
So you'd play him as like a second striker.
Yeah.
But are you not concerned? Because look, we played well tonight. We look good. We scored goals. But this is not. Imagine coming up against.
Salah should have had a brace
no.
tonight. He
My
should have had a
point-
brace tonight.
I
He should
know,
have had
my point.
guys, within 10 minutes, he should have had a brace tonight.
I thought you looked quite sharp when he come on, to
Yeah,
be
he
honest.
did.
It's just that ridiculous refusal to pass the Verts at the death, but he actually should have scored, and he did fine.
What I would say is he's struggling big time. It's the most obvious thing to say, but I think it's troubling him. It's troubling him. You can tell through his body,
100%.
his demeanor, and he's trying too hard. He's snatching. He's put him over the bar. He's not passing. Last year he would have passed. He would have squared it yesterday last year.
I think there's a bit. I think there's a bit. I don't think it's football here with Salah. That Bournemouth end of the game, that was not any other player. We didn't see any other player show the emotion even before the Bournemouth game. Salah was broken at full time. He was broken. Usually footballers, they'll go back to the tunnel, they'll clap, they won't show their tears. They're very good at holding within their character. Salah literally, there was something missing at full time at Bournemouth. And it may just be that it's playing on his mind. Jurgen said it on the Stephen Bartlett podcast. He goes, I can't imagine what they're going through. Don't think these are 1 week process, guys. Don't think these are month process. Don't think like, he goes, they turned up to training. They're a family. They turn up to training and they see familiar faces. It wasn't as though Diogo Jota left for another club that they still keep in touch, whether it's Instagram, social media, or personal exchanging of phone numbers. We saw Lovren leave, and Salah and Lovren still had that partnership, that friendship through social media when he went to Zenit St. Petersburg. This player is no longer with us. So Salah, if anyone that we've seen, we also saw Salah at the brunt of it at full time at Bournemouth. So I think there's a few things, loss of form, maybe a lot of loss of trend. Yes, I get it. On the pitch, he's lost key figures on the pitch. But I think on a personal level, I think it hit him very, very hard.
Ben, what do you think?
I just think he's an elite professional.
If you listen to the fans on here, a lot of them saying he's lost his legs, he's not the main man anymore. But Unks is in the house, one of the biggest Salah fans that I know. He says Salah will make you lot eat your words. He's the best player in the team. Where do you lie? Where are you? Which side?
He's not lost his legs. He's lost his elite pace. But then he'd lost that last year. To be perfectly honest, I can't remember him burning many players off last season. But he was relaxed in his own skin last season. This season, he's obviously with a multitude of reasons. Somewhat Abby said, somewhat we've said about positional changes in the team. Losing chemistry with new players, etc., etc. He's an elite professional, but he's got an elite ego as well, and that he thinks that he is the best player in the team, and he thinks it should be on him to deliver. And he's like, until I start delivering, I'm not happy, whether we're winning or not. And I know deep down he wants to win for the team and stuff, but he said it himself. He was absolutely obsessed with winning the league last year, but equally, he's obsessed with records and personal achievements in terms of goals and assists and stuff. He's not comfortable in his own skin until he's delivering for the team, and you can see that already in that, even an obvious 5-yard pass. It doesn't matter who it is. It's like, I want to be taking the responsibility. I want to be the person who delivers and scores the goals, because that's my job. That's what I do. That's what I'm here for. That's why he signed the new deal. And, I don't think there's any problem about his fitness at all, because if there was, then I just don't see how they would have decided to make the decision of giving him a 2-year extension. I just think that he just needs to get himself together and just find his way back into the team. But let's not forget, Mo Salah has been written off probably about 3 or 4 times in the last 4 or 5 years. Oh, sell him, he's done, he's finished. And then he just comes back and delivers 20 goals and assists in all comps. So I just think it's nonsense that he's finished. He wouldn't, everybody would still have him in their squad in this Premier League without a shadow of a doubt. And he will still deliver goals and assists. I don't think it'd be, I don't think anyone would be shocked if he ends this season with 15 goals and 15 assists in all comps, which for him would be probably a bang average season. But for most elite right wingers in the league, it would be the best season they've ever had. So I think you just need context here about where we're at.
He will give us a 15 to 20 GA season, which is phenomenal at his age. And considering how many years he's had this in the Liverpool team, he will still produce the goods when it's needed as well.
Yeah. It's his presence on the pitch as well. Like, if teams suddenly start thinking, well, he's not playing very well or he's losing it, and start giving him loads of space, then all the best with that. He had 2 and 3 players around him most games last season. So if teams start dropping off from this season thinking that they've got they don't have to deal with them, then he will punish people eventually. And he's the sort of player that only needs 1 or 2 moments and goals, and you'll put a run together. But yeah, I would definitely, he's obviously going to start on Saturday. I'll be absolutely shocked if he doesn't. And then we just need to get some balance. Maybe it would suit him more not having Isak in the team, because that's the other thing as well. I think when you've got these forwards taking chances or whatever, then, they can sometimes get in each other's way. So I think for the balance, maybe it is better to have Ekitike alongside them or Isak rather than both of them. There's no room in the team for all of them. There just isn't. There's no way that you can fit Wirtz, Isak, Ekitike and Salah in the same team, unfortunately. I'd like to, but you just can't. So let's see what happens on Saturday.
Yeah, it is. Look, Florian Wirtz played really, really well, Avi, but it only worked really well is because we had so much of the ball, and there was so much space as well. I don't think you can play that with Florian Wirtz effectively defending as a right winger off the ball.
First off,
imagine coming up against Brentford, who might play a 3-4-3, 5-3-2, whatever, and him tracking the wing back, because Brentford will have a bit more of the ball compared to Frankfurt. The top 10 teams in the Premier League will have a more of the ball compared to Frankfurt, and I don't think it can work long term. I prefer my number 10 off the ball being the second striker, being the second, the Odegaard. What we saw, Florian Wirtz early in the season, Szoboszlai last season, but I think it can work when we know we're going to have 65% of the ball, 70% of the ball.
So
you could. Sorry, Avi, you could play Wirtz off Ekitike on Saturday, and then you can still have your 3-man midfield, couldn't you? So and leave Gakpo and Salah on the bench.
So who do you midfield be? Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and
Jones.
Jones, and then Ekitike down the middle.
Wirtz
and Wirtz off him.
Yeah, you could do it.
It's going to give us a little bit more defensive solidity, isn't it? Packing the midfield. Get Gravenberch back into the team.
There's 3 players you can't drop from this Liverpool team. Forget the back line for a minute. The forward line in the midfield, you can't drop Jones, Wirtz, or Ekitike for Saturday.
Or Szoboszlai.
But you've got to bring Grab back in.
You've got to bring
Grab back in. And you've got to fit Sobo.
So, and you want Salah back in as well?
I'm begging the question. I'm asking the question to you. What do you do on Saturday?
What do you do?
I want your 11 now, and then on Friday we'll go on it in depth. But give me your 11 on Friday, on Saturday now.
I go Brentford. Yeah.
Yeah.
I put Curtis Jones at right back.
He's been wanting to do that for a long time now. He's been wanting to do that for a fair few weeks.
I put Curtis Jones at right back. And then I play Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and Wirtz in midfield.
Do you think he's defensively good enough to play right back?
Keep the ball, you don't need to worry.
Yeah, no, I agree. But they are going to bomb us with all sorts.
He's going to come across Kevin Sade, I think.
The only reason why in the last few weeks I was chatting to Rehan and he was asking me the question, you've always had Szoboszlai at right back, is because I want Wirtz in the team. He put Sobo at number 10 because he thought he can't have an expansive Florian Wirtz. So he didn't play him against United, didn't play him against Chelsea, didn't play him against Everton. When we come up against an aggressive team, we need to keep the ball. Now, Curtis Jones is not going to put massive balls into midfield. But if Szoboszlai is at right-sided midfield in a 3, like just what you saw, we had the retainer in Curtis Jones and we had the passer.
But don't we want Jones and Wirtz to be closer together in the team, positionally?
No, because for me, Curtis Jones, like you saw today, Robertson was going a bit higher. It's because Curtis Jones was receiving in the Toni Kroos role. Yeah. So he's got the legs to come and he's got the nous and the ball manipulation to connect with the left back and the left sided centre back. But he's got the legs to come in and alternate with, Wirtz and Szoboszlai as well in midfield, whether it's a double pivot, whether it's a 4-3-3, whatever it is. And he's got the legs in transition and provide that protection off the ball. So I think he has to play. But we're just talking about how do we get all 4 in the team. And the only way I would put, because if you put Szoboszlai at right back, and then you'd have to have Curtis Jones. Who else is there? The reason why Wirtz has to start on paper on the left of midfield, because I think, and everybody will probably agree, is his best position is in that left space. And then Szoboszlai can work. And if you've got playing Salah on the right wing, then Szoboszlai from the right side in midfield role can cover Salah and keep him a bit narrow as well. So you've got best of both worlds. You've got security in the back line with Curtis Jones, just like he was doing it on the left-hand side. He can do it on the right-hand side. If he needs to invert in midfield, he can invert. He's not going to underlap and overlap. That's the only thing. But you've got Szoboszlai to hold width on the right-hand side as well. So I think it gives everyone the balance. You've got Wirtz on the left, in the left half space. You've got Gravenberch still in the 6. You've got Szoboszlai on the right-hand side to cover, to provide the width and the protection for Salah. And then you've got the security in the back line. Another footballer who is press resistant alongside Konate, who can then be more of a channel defender. So it is not ideal. And I don't want Curtis at right back every single week. I don't want that. But against the top 6 sides, I think I would see that as a bit of a radical change. And I think on the big day, Liverpool will engineer a bit more control.
Worth mentioning Konate as well. I thought, his early season form
he's
has
worth
been
mentioning.
Awful.
He's worth mentioning when he's done this for the foreseeable now. We can't keep mentioning that, because I did the same mistake, Ben. I'm just not coming at you. I did the same mistake after the Arsenal game. So Konate's back. The Burnley game, the Arsenal game, I said he's back now, and he threw in stinkers after stinkers. Today, I'm not going to judge him.
Well, I thought he was really good against United in general. To be honest, he didn't really do much wrong against United. I thought he played well, and then obviously tonight, I thought he was really sort of front foot again, covered really well, and then obviously his finally took his goal, and he should have scored twice already this season. He missed a sitter against Palace, I think it was. And he missed a sitter against somebody else, can't remember. But yeah, interesting. Indy's just dropped his bomber there. That's
I've got a bomber. Liverpool are in talks with Bournemouth over Antoine Semenyo.
Who's that? Richard Hughes' dad.
That India Kalia definitely didn't say that.
Send your bad
Richard
joke.
Hughes, his dad, is on the phone to Avi. Put it on loudspeaker, Avi. What's he saying?
Can't get a word in edgeways. Oh,
Tell you
Oh,
what, some of these people.
Asim's
yeah,
been
no.
calling for Semenyo for a few months. Let's just say that.
Can he play on the right?
Yeah,
Who?
he can play on the
Semenyo?
right or the left.
Can he
He
play on
did
the
his
right?
he did his damage against us from the right, wasn't it?
Because you wonder whether or not people are just assuming he's coming in to replace Diaz
Yeah.
if it happens. But would it be someone who can play on the right?
You know what's going to happen? We're going to get linked with Semenyo. Probably end up buying him if there's a clause. And Gakpo's just going to keep scoring, going on his runs like he usually does and give us the numbers. Which he may need that kick up the backside. I tell you what, I was a little bit annoyed with today, Asim.
okay.
No sign of like Rio and Gamoa today. Thought I would chucked him in for about 10,
Yeah.
5.
But this is what pisses me off.
He wants to give Chiesa a chance, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Chiesa
true, but
deserves his minutes.
Hey,
Chiesa
could have
did
bought off
the-
Gakpo though.
We
Could have
play-
bought off Gakpo.
We were playing two
Yeah.
up top today. This is what
Yeah.
pisses me off. But where is Rio's pathway now? We didn't bring in a sixth option and a proper left-sided midfielder in replacement of Luis Diaz is because we didn't want to block the pathway for the 17-year-old. As much as I rate him, as much as I love him, the young kid, but if you can't play him when the game's dead in a Champions League at 4-1, 5-1, when are you going to play him?
Well, he'll start against Palace, won't he, next week? I'd expect him to play 90 minutes.
Yeah, but so will Nayoni.
Well, there you go. And he is only 17. We're not in this league season to give Rio Ingamo a minute.
I can exclusively reveal now that against Palace, I said to him earlier on the phone, Ben, he's going to go full strength against Palace. Mark my words, Slot will play his best 11 against Palace.
Do you reckon?
Slot, he holds certain defeats, certain managers, and he keeps them on a black book. The ones that he hasn't got the better of. So Nuno was last season, wasn't it? Both games with Forest. I think he's got Olivier Glasner's name on his little list as well. Because Olivier Glasner has found a way
with Brentford and Villa either side of that game, and you need 6 points, don't you? So I'd like to. You probably go stronger than we think, but then ironically,
Shoni, Rio Mio, forget them. He's going full strength on Tuesday against Palace. Mark my words, he will.
I'll be very surprised if he does that. But there we go. There isn't that many options if you think about it. We bring Endo in, bring Rio in, bring Trey in. Bring Gomez in, but there isn't that many options. You think McAllister will be starting that because he probably won't start on Saturday. So
I don't want to see McAllister anywhere near
might want to.
I don't want to see McAllister anywhere near this team, even in a cup
but he'll
game.
play him. He'll play him Wednesday, won't he? He's gonna start him in the cup game. I'll be absolutely amazed if he doesn't start him in that. If he's not starting him Saturday or next Saturday,
then we're getting beat. Then we're getting beat by Palace because we're starting the game with 10 men right now. With the form that he's in.
Yeah, no, maybe it is just a case of using him off the bench. I thought he was okay when he come off the bench, so nice. So he made some nice passes and stuff, but different kettle of fish on Saturday.
Oi, Lan, get off your phone.
It was something important. It was something important.
He's replying to all his fans.
But you know what? I've just been sent a picture by a few people, and it shows Mohamed Salah go towards the away end and do this. I'll show you the picture now.
Well, as a sorry.
Look at that.
Maybe that means he's off in January.
So how did he storm off?
That's what your friend said. He's been on the show.
I think
People see that?
without being disrespectful to Lewis,
I don't think that's
because he's been on the channel, but I think that I'd like to think sometimes journalists like to make a sensational tweet because it generates a lot of, so if he's walked down the tunnel slightly faster than normal, it's like, oh my words, he's gone down.
What proof is there that wasn't from the Newcastle game?
It's a fucking in the background.
Well, they play in black and white too, Newcastle.
Might have needed a toilet for all we know.
Oh yeah, that looks like a Frankfurt. With AI these days, Asim, you've seen the AI videos that go around. I don't know. Honestly,
No, man, it's been confirmed. I think Josh Josh just sent me it as well, man. That was definitely him. But it feels like he's saying sorry, Avi. Two hands.
Maybe because he's lack of form at the moment. He's saying like, look, I accept, I've not been great. Come on, Asim, don't read too much into it. I know he's your king and stuff, but come on, please, man.
No, because if you do that,
overread, you
if
overread.
you do that,
things,
Anjay, if you do that type of stuff,
They just did
Oh
that.
wow!
Maybe
Is what's called? I've just seen that
The goal.
put
The
that
goal.
put
Sorry?
that super chat up from Ismail there. I've just looked at Salah's Twitter.
He's black.
He's taken his Liverpool stuff off his Twitter.
no, he's
He's a
definitely
little
on.
bitch.
Avi, how
That's
did
what
you know?
Ben is a little bitch. That's what he is.
Wait on, let us see.
The king is dead. For me, the king is dead from now on.
He's changed his profile picture to one with the kids, and he's took his I don't know where, I can't remember. I don't really like scour his ex like other people, but surely he would have had some content there that says like
No, he still
LFC
put his
player or
location as
something.
he still put his location as in Liverpool, England. So come on, Ben. Let's calm down a little bit. Come on.
No, but seriously, I'm sure he will have had some stuff there. It looks a bit bland that now.
What did he have before?
No, he's never had
I
anything.
don't know.
He's never
I would
had-
assume he would have had like Liverpool FC player or whatever.
No, he doesn't.
but I don't
He
know,
doesn't have
maybe
anything. He hasn't had anything.
He doesn't. All right.
No.
Okay. There we go. I'm getting all carried away. What about his? What's it called? Quick, check his Instagram. Check his Snapchat.
Ben Pagalo. You got
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Alex, there's lads at the game saying he was the first one to clap the away fans.
Oh yeah, I'm bound to trust someone with a bloody stupid profile picture like that. Alex,
Oh,
Salvi,
come on,
get
shut
out of here, man. Get him out of here. Get his comment off here, man.
Why do you want to go against it? I think at BNR, we investigate and we respect and we, promote.
I want
truth.
Salah gone. I want Salah gone. January, give me 15 million.
You're just putting him in the Brentford team.
No, get him out. Get him out of my club. Petulant.
There's no way. There's no way you want him gone. Honestly, it's
Oh, I'm
mad.
joking. We're joking. Yeah, but you've been checking his Instagram. Check his Instagram now.
Yeah, no, I'm just laughing at the fact that the hyperbole off the back of it. It's like it's nuts. But honestly, he could score a hat-trick on Saturday, and he'll be like, "Piss off, all of yous."
I think him and Slot have had words. Put it that way. And
Maybe,
he's told Slot, you know what? I'll piss off.
And
in January.
he does need to realise that he's in the twilight of his career at the
guaranteed.
elite level.
Guarantee. Yeah, I've just been sent a picture from the away end tonight because I asked a friend who was there, and I said, "Did Salah come?" Here's a picture of Salah
Gone.
there. That is, you can't see it. The light. We know that red one there.
Can you zoom in, bastard?
Wait, Anjay.
Do some.
Wait on.
Ben, he's a
Stop.
Kuriyawa. Kunima Kuriyawa. please.
Honestly,
There.
Oh, that's
send me
edited.
the.
That's Photoshop.
Put the
man.
picture
Oh,
on.
don't do it.
Fuck, short Photoshop. Look at this.
Photoshop.
Look at that.
That's
Look at that.
No.
That guy, that first
Asim,
guy there.
put it on the WhatsApp group, and I'll get it
There,
up
alright,
for the people.
I'm
I'll
putting
show
it
the
on.
people what they want to
I'm
see.
putting it on now. I'm putting it on. Get on the WhatsApp group right now and say sorry to the king.
Hey, can I have this super chat? It's for me. It's me like
Go on, do the super chat, and I'll get it
Can
up.
you
on
see
the
that?
screen
Zoom
for
into
us.
that. Zoom into
It
that
was
then.
him with the Premier League trophy, so he has changed his profile pic. Then
Okay. Can you see that then? Ben,
I
zoom
never
into that.
hate Alex. I don't hate anyone. I actually love
Have
you.
you sent me it? Got it. All right. Yeah. Wait
Look
there.
at
Got
that.
it.
Zoom in.
I'm gonna. I'll put it up on the screen for us. Don't you worry. 1 second.
Alright,
Yeah,
fair enough.
Asim trying to show the picture. Honestly, man. The king came to the away end. Look at that. Oh boy. This is ridiculous, bros.
Honestly,
Yeah,
Avi, can you check the picture out, please? I've just sent you it.
there we go.
Okay, here we go, people. Anjay
It's coming.
is coming. I can see it.
Right, I've put it on the board. You're the admin. You have to punch it up.
Okay, there we are, people. Look at that, Avi. Avi, look at that.
That's suspect. To be honest, that's suspect.
That looks distinctly like Mo Salah clapping fans.
It looks
I
as if
don't wanna
someone's
make-
flooded his statue.
I don't want to
it
make
wasn't
assumptions.
It wasn't even like, you clap them from the halfway line and then fuck off. It wasn't even that.
Oh, wait
He's
there.
next
Wait
to the
there.
away fans here.
Wait there. Breaking news from a highly regarded source. Mo Salah needed a piss. at full time.
Tatika mate. Tatika.
Oh, okay. Look, joking aside, I know we not like to, but he did clap the away
Fair
fans,
play.
but that doesn't in any way defend his his choice for not passing and squaring it. But it's whatever it is, Avi. You touched with the on the Diogo Jota situation. 100%, it's going to be troubling him. It's going to be troubling every single player. I buy that, but I think there's underlying issues on the pitch that is affecting Salah. I think obviously we've talked about how much he's missing Trent, getting to know the new players, relationships, chemistry, and all that sort of stuff. And you know, when confidence, it doesn't matter who you are, Avi. Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Maradona, Pele, you will get affected.
You will.
100%. And you don't look half the player. You know, when your confidence is shot. So let's see what happens.
Interesting quote from Florian there after the game. I know that I can do much more. I think the second half was really good, and from everyone else too. And I'm so satisfied that we've won today and that I finally got a goal involvement. So that's, you know, it must be it's a massive monkey off his back that now, isn't it? Really, in terms of, you know, it must have been playing on his mind a little bit. You think he's put like 5 or 6 on a plate for people and they've not finished it. So to finally get an involvement, that'll give him a huge confidence boost, and you just stoked that he goes from strength to strength now, definitely.
Lewis Steele has just tweeted.
Asim, before you go on that, I couldn't give a rat's ass if he's apologized. I tell you why. And look, I know he's a friend of the channel and whatnot, but don't tweet something out so soon after the game that's gonna incite hate, that's gonna incite fans, especially like a lot of trolls that are just gonna give Salah absolute shite. Yeah. Look at everything before you tweet something. He might wanted a fake exclusive. He got it. He got his clickbait views. He probably got a few quid because of X pays out right now. But that is such a cheap thing to do. And he's a fucking idiot for doing it. And I'm sorry if he's a fan of the channel or he's he comes as a contributor. But he should own that and not say he's. He should give
he has owned it though. To be fair to him, read it, Asim. I've got it there.
Screw himself.
He said, deleted a post that said Salah was straight down the tunnel. Should have read first down the tunnel, as he did clap the fans.
He knew what
not exempt from criticism.
He knew what he was doing.
But Liverpool star man of the last decade deserves support, not the stick he is getting tonight. His best will be back soon. But this is the reason why I said, Avi,
don't ever bring him on back here.
No. Listen to me.
I'll go.
This is the reason. Oh yeah, listen to me, man. This is the reason why I said I am not commenting on Salah, because I've been all over the world, and one of the first guys to come to the away end is Mohamed Salah. Every single time. Van Dijk is another. Robbo is another. Proper leaders. And you know what? And I wasn't joking. I was surprised. And I know he had that, beef with Klopp at the West Ham game, and it wasn't, all plain rosy. But I was very, very surprised. And I said, look, if he's pissed off, that's fine. But as long as he clapped the away fans, that was the big thing for me. And I said, look, I'm getting told from the away fans who have been there today that Salah did clap the thingy. And I'll be honest, that is piss poor. It's piss poor if you are writing tweets like that, because you inciting hatred towards our best player over the last 20 years, arguably our best player ever. And that's piss poor. It's piss poor. You don't do that. And look, Luis is a good lad. I respect him. I respect his work and stuff like that. But
I don't respect anyone.
I
don't respect anyone. Can you put the super chats on? I've got to go now. Jaldi kar. Super chats, guys.
There's a few to do there.
Bloody hell. Where do I start even?
At the top.
Hamir Singh, please give us your comment because you did this on Sunday as well. Give us your comment so we can read it. Don't need to give another super chat, but just give us your comment so we can read it out. But thank you so much.
Shall we go through the supers?
That's what I'm doing, you idiot. Lethan, thank you for being a channel member. Good game, but still some issues I picked on, but not here for that. Just need to build from this, an actual build-up of good football. Come on, Isaac groin with the emoji. Yes, hopefully it's not too bad. Rayon, always a family member practically now of the channel. Thank you for the super chat. Taking out the dumbass at left back and putting in Robert who can pass forwards. Jones, huge difference. Changing shape, build up 10 times better. Thank you, Rian. Ash,
Just on that one, Avi, do you think KK starts Saturday night, or do you think Robertson keeps his place?
I thought Robert was poor for that first goal. Christopherson, I thought he should have done much better there. He just backed off. And that's one thing I hate. Kirkis is rash, but he'll get close to the marker. But I think Kirkis should come back. Ash, thank you again. Another staple member of BNR. Bradley, Ibu, VBD.
He's the one who said burn them all at half time.
Who, Ash?
Yeah.
Poor behavior.
Burn them to ashes.
Words, Ekitike, Gakpo. That's my first 11 for Brentford. Jones has to play for the foreseeable. Only player who we have who can drop and get us playing out. Thanks again, Ash, for the super chat, but poor behavior if that's what you really tweeted or said. Total Eclipse, thank you so much. Big member of the channel. 442, Gakpo, Hugo, top, Wirtz, Grab, Jones, subs, midfield. Thank you for the super chat. CD comes from me, actually. I'm not, CD's not my greatest fan. It's okay, it's all good, it's all love. Truly believe Mo will smash it second half of the season. I've had the feeling since the summer. How do we balance Grab with Jones, Bosslight, and Wirtz? I think Asim touched upon it on the Brentford game, and we'll talk in depth about that on Friday. SK LFC, thank you for the super chat. Mo changed his X profile picture. Is he sulking? Fans need to relax. Yeah, you can thank fucking that Lewis Bozo Steele for that. Ismail Akram, thank you for the super chat. Salah changed his profile pic on X and his header. Ismail Akram Avi, he has changed it with the Premier League trophy. He had it before. Okay. Lethan, Golden Schools needs goals to get confidence back. EG soon. That must be for Salah. Lethan, thank you so much for the super chat. And I think that's it, Asim. It's been a very good show. And I apologize again, guys, for my behavior or if I was being disrupted and interrupted.
You should do, Avi. Disgraceful. You've got quieter as the stream's gone on. Is your manager next door?
No. I'm the boss.
Okay, people.
I'm the boss, Ben.
I'm the boss. That's right.
Okay, people. Thank you so much. Avi, jokes aside.
And I was going to say this, Ben. It wouldn't be Ash. This Ash that said it. It might have been another Ash.
It might have been. Yeah. He's in the what's called. He's in the ultras, like. But they were all going after them. To be honest.
On behalf of Ben, Ash. On behalf of Ben, I say Mafi Ash. Mafi means I'm sorry. That if Mafi Ben next time. Mafi
Ash.
Yeah,
okay, people. There's still about 350 of you in the building. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you thought. Who do you start against Brentford? Does Mohamed Salah, the king, start? Does Florian Wirtz start again on the right hand side? Does Ekitike? How's Mr. Isak's groin? But whatever it is, we'll soon find out. The main thing is the Reds have scored some goals tonight and got back to winning ways. But I would like to end the show because he's getting a lot of stick and he's getting a lot of support after that Lewis tweet tonight. Mohamed Salah, today, tomorrow, and forever. Good night. Bye.
Change your shirt.